Marlon Wayans, thanks for coming into my office.
Glad to be here. I hear you have a movie for me.
Yeah, okay. Get this. We want you to star in Scary Movie 5. What do you think?
Nah, I'm not about that.
What are you about?
I'm about to leave. Bye.
I'm more upset that I walked into that than about you not accepting my offer.
Mr. Executive, Simon Rex is here to see you.
Simon! Why are you here?
I just wanted to see if you had any movies for me to act in.
No!
Why are you so angry?
Marlon Wayans just made me walk into a joke!
Was it a good one?
Kinda.
Wait, why were you talking to Marlon Wayans?
The scary movies have gotten so bad, we asked him to come back for the 5th one.
What the hell? I was the star of those.
Yeah, I know.
Well, can I be in this one too?
Sure. I don't care. Why not? Lousy Marlon Wayans.
So, which one are we up to again?
It's Scary Movie 5!
Yeah, I did tell you to do that. It's your fault.
They irritate the irritated, flex perplexities, poise puzzles, magnify mysteries, impose inquiries, and coagulate quandaries. But more importantly, they ask one question.
Why would you make this?
Hello, everyone. Welcome and thank you for listening. This is Why Would You Make This? The only podcast to shout references at your face while desperately trying to stay on topic as you sit dumbfounded asking the question, why would you make this? I am Jimmy Time. I'm joined by my co-host, Danny Money. How are you, sir?
I'm doing all right, sir. Yourself?
Not so bad. J Delta, what it is.
And what it is, I'm adapting to the sudden cold weather.
Oh, yeah? Is it horrible for you?
Yeah, it's pretty rough. I was wearing shorts last week.
Oh,
and
yeah,
now,
I know. Oh.
Now I'm chilly willy.
Yeah. I agree. So, we watched Scary Movie 5, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, if you can call it a watchable entity.
If you could call it scary or a movie.
Or a movie. Or 5? No, that's accurate.
Yeah.
It had 5 plots, I think.
Yeah.
About 5 plots.
I've seen 1, 2, 3. I don't think I've ever seen 4.
No?
No, 4. I watched the trailer. Woof. Like,
Everyone I talk to, they're like, I don't know which one is 4 or 3. I think 3 is this one, and I think 4 is that one.
4 stars a guy who looks kind of like Rob Riggle from the Daily Show.
Okay.
That's like, I don't know who he is, but he kind of...
Is it not Simon Rex?
No. Simon Rex is in 3. He plays...
Yeah, but he's also in 4, isn't he?
Yeah, he is. He plays, this bodyguard to the president. Yeah, it's...
No, that's wrong.
No, that's Ja Rule, I think. Yeah.
Wow.
But no, Simon Rex he plays... I think he plays his brother or something like that. I don't remember.
Scary
That's
movie.
3. See, you can't. They're all.
Yeah.
Everybody I talk to can't get them right. 3,
Scary
4.
Movie 3 is the Signs parody. More like it's
Oh yeah, Signs.
Signs
Yeah,
and I think
movie
The
Signs.
Ring.
Right.
Yeah, and it's Charlie Sheen.
No, 3 is
yeah,
Signs.
Yeah, 3.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah,
what I mean.
it's
Okay.
it's Signs and the
And
No,
The Ring.
but 4 is the Ring.
No,
No.
4 is War of the Worlds.
Is it really?
Yeah.
Oh my god.
But
I never
4
get them right.
yeah. But 3 has Charlie Sheen as his name's like Tom, and then Simon Rex plays his brother. But they're completely different characters from this movie,
Where they also play brothers.
where they play brothers.
Yeah.
Except this time Charlie plays Charlie, and Simon Rex plays
I want to say Dan.
Yeah, Dan.
Dan.
Yeah.
Tom is he's like Tom in the other one, and it's also 8 Mile. Because
No, Charlie Sheen's Tom, his name is George in the other
George,
one.
that's right. Yeah.
Yeah.
Uncle George. Yeah, that's right. And he has the like rabbit character, the Eminem character.
Yeah. Anthony Anderson was in 4.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
No, 3.
Man, I think he was
No.
in the 4th one also.
That one I just described.
Yeah, that was
with,
3.
With the
Yeah.
red,
Eminem and stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's Eminem.
Yeah.
So there's 3 plots going on in there.
Yeah, that has 3 plots.
Or what? I don't know how many.
But you said
yeah.
Anthony Anderson was in 4, but he was in 3. I don't think he was also in 4, but I didn't see 4.
What the hell happened in 4?
4 starred a guy who looks like...
Yeah, 4 was War of the Worlds, and they did also Saw.
Oh, really?
Yeah, like for the end part of the movie. Like it was revealed that like instead of aliens, it's the puppet from Saw, and and he locked them all in a room.
Oh my god.
Okay, you know what? Look, we watched Scary Movie 5. The comedy horror film wherein a couple begins to experience some unusual activity after bringing their lost nieces and nephew, who, not really, it's a baby, but anyway, lost nieces and nephew home with the help of some home surveillance cameras. They learn they are being stalked by a nefarious demon.
Not really.
No,
they never go back and watch the cameras.
They do, but they also never see anything, even though we do. Haha, it's hilarious.
I like the part where it just plays the Benny Hill music and everything.
That was the worst part for me.
Yeah. And that happens a lot.
All right, so this was released April 12th, 2013, and it pretty much sprinkled out throughout the world through the same year. Blah, blah, blah. Who cares? Lost in translation. So, most places called this movie Scary Movie 5 or Scary Film 5. Portugal called it Scary Movie 5, a mythical fright film. Russia called it Very Scary Movie 5, and Estonia called it Spooky Film 5.
All right.
The French-Canadian title was Film of Fear 5, which is probably also like, Fearful Film or 5 or something like that. Lithuania and Poland called it Horrible Film 5. Turkey called it A Terrible Movie 5. Ukraine either called it A Very Scary Cinema 5 or Very Terrible Cabin 5, which is horrible because there's no way cinema and cabin are the same at all, the same word.
But there is a cabin.
And it's very accurate. Like, I don't understand how those two words could both wow, what's that word we have that means cabin and cinema? It's perfect for this film. That's why we made it. Finally, Brazil called the film Everybody in Panic 5, which makes sense for every other film. Because in every other film, people were terrified.
Yeah.
And they were running from something. This film, no. It's just people going like there's something going on.
But what is it?
What? Benny Hill music. So the budget. Danny Money. Got that budget thing?
Yep. The budget for the movie was $20 million, which made domestically, because domestically it made $32 million.
Already made it back.
I can't believe it.
And foreign somehow made $46 million.
Jeez.
For a grand total of about $78 million.
Ugh.
I watched this trailer. And
5, yeah.
Dude, it was rough. Like, I can't comprehend who watched this. It was like, why not?
How many stuff in the trailer didn't appear?
The real memorable thing was it was like a Charlie Sheen bit where he like gets crotched on the door, like the mystical force drags him across the room.
Oh, okay.
And he's like, I've come back from worse than this. Ha ha ha, because that was like when he went crazy.
Sure, yeah. I guess.
Yeah, and it's crazy how this movie like seriously destroyed the franchise because
it's dead now.
Yeah. I mean, I have the numbers here. It was already kind of dead in my mind because we have Scary Movie comes out in 2000. Scary Movie 2 comes out in 2001.
Yeah.
Scary Movie 3 comes out in 2003. Scary Movie 4 comes out in 2006. And then Scary Movie 5 comes out in 2013.
Yeah, 7-year
yeah,
lull.
yeah.
This was the last, like, gasp. Like, hey, guys, let's bring it back. Everybody's going to love it.
Yeah.
Oh, we don't have any of the original stars or cast.
This is like at the end of the horror movie when the villain or like where the demon or whatever sticks his hand up out of the grave. But that was all it had the strength to do. Just stick its hand out and go, I'm still alive. Oh, no, that's it. Yeah.
Well, I'm alive, but I don't have the strength to unbury myself. Somebody help.
You need me to hold something or wave? I got that. All right, so let's go ahead and go to something good, which is our favorite hour.
The best hour?
The Troy McClure hour. Oh, hello, I'm Troy McClure. You'll recognize me from such reference-heavy scat films as Montage of Crappy Teenage Jokes #3, or The Ass Avengers Pooper Hero Pooper War of the Toilet Galaxies. Today, we're here to talk about how franchises turn to shit. So, Ashley Tisdale plays Jody. You recognize her as Maddie Fitzpatrick in the 2005 The Sweet Life of Zack and Cody. It's a Disney thing.
Yeah.
Also, Sharpay Evans in the 2006 A High School Musical.
Is that like one of the main characters?
Yeah, I think so, sure.
I recognize the name Ashley Tisdale, but that might
it's
because...
Disney, so...
Yeah, okay.
She's a Disney kid. It's one of those things.
Okay.
And most recently, the voice of Stealth Elf in the Netflix series Skylanders Academy. Next, Simon Rex plays Dan. You recognize him as John in the 1996 Young, Hard, and Solo #2 and #3.
What?
Gay porn.
Really?
Yeah, gay porn.
All right then.
Just put that out there. He's not afraid of it. Various characters in Scary Movie 3 through 5.
What do you mean various characters? He played George in 3 and Dan in 5.
He was in 4, apparently, as well.
Oh, my God.
I don't give a shit. Also, he was recently the guest, or just guest, in the 2017 TV movie Too Short's Boombox.
That is the boombox, which belongs to Too Short.
Yeah, uh-huh.
Who's Too Short?
Okay.
Okay.
I didn't see it. I didn't watch it. Okay, so, finally... Under the stars section of IMDb, it lists Charlie Sheen as the 3rd star.
Yeah.
But he's in this film,
6 minutes?
dude, if that.
Yeah.
Underneath, the actual cast and crew, the 3rd build is the daughter that had lines.
Okay.
But
she's a
she's
kid.
got, the same amount of lines as Charlie Sheen. So... Because of all that, I'm going to go ahead and say that Lydia Porto plays Maria. You recognize her as Gabriella in the 2009 Extract, Lupe in the 2014 Horrible Bosses 2, and most recently Amara in the Epix series Get Shorty. You can see the full cast and crew at imdb.com.
I don't want to do this movie.
It's not really a film, so you don't have to worry about it. Although it's it's going to take forever. It takes forever.
Yeah. So I did just look it up. Scary Movie 4, they actually brought back,
Oh my God.
the two of the main characters from 1, 2, and 3. They brought back, Anna Faris was back as Cindy, Regina Hall was back as Brenda,
Sure.
Leslie Nielsen came back as the president,
Okay.
and Simon Rex played the same character, George.
Oh.
And
yeah, because I think George and Anna Faris were dating.
yeah, that's
Yeah,
right.
so, yeah.
And the other guy who played the Tom Cruise analog, since it was a War of the Worlds parody, was this guy Craig
That's why it didn't do well in the movie.
Craig Bierko.
Nobody can say it. Craig Bierko.
Yes.
Okay.
And the only movie of his that I seem to recognize is Fear and Loathing.
And I'm sure he was like Busboy #2 or something.
Yeah, or he was in the Three Stooges movie from 2 years ago.
That nobody wants to talk
That nobody
about.
wants to
Yeah.
acknowledge.
I remember Will Sasso was one of those guys.
He was girly.
Yeah, the famous one.
Yeah, yeah.
I don't know who played the other guys.
Yeah, nobody does.
I don't think anyone.
I had
knows
it up
that.
on my phone and I turned it off because I didn't want it out.
Don't talk about it. All right, let's start the film.
No. Which version did you guys watch?
I didn't even know there was more than one version.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
found the unrated version on
I
Amazon.
think that's the one I watched. I'm not sure.
Okay.
I'm just gonna say what I saw, and if you'll tell me if you go, I didn't have that, or I didn't.
There was no actual nudity or
No, it was just
No
things that were cut
F-bombs.
for time, I guess, or
yeah, but
relevance,
don't
or...
call it an unrated version if there's nothing racy about it.
Well, was there anything contextual? Did they say the N word, or been I sure do hate them gays, or something like that? Just we gotta cut that. Nobody's gonna be okay with that.
No.
Women are things, just one of those odd things, some phrase that they said. that triggers it, or it's just like, no, we gotta get rid of this garbage. No? Okay.
I
fine.
don't think so.
All right, well, here we go. So,
Okay.
The film opens, and Charlie Sheen is trying to convince Lindsay Lohan to make a sex tape, but she likes to keep her life private. Wink, wink. I won't watch the film a fourth time to prove this, but I'm almost positive when she goes, I like to keep my life private, she looks at the camera. You're like,
Yeah.
and already you're like, So Charlie, who picks up a camera and shoots from first person, which is how the rest of this film is shot mostly, first person. He claims, I've never done sex tape before. I'm a one-woman kind of whatever. And then there's a wall of DVDs. And, look at all the professional-grade camera equipment you have. And your house is full of cameras.
It's just home security.
Let's go do it in the bed. Okay, before we do it, let's talk about judges because we're at court so often. And talk about court cases because we're at court so often. And talk about law-mandated monitoring devices because that's our shtick. It's who we are. So now let's have sex.
I mean, so...
Yeah.
Now, how low down the acting totem pole have you had fallen that you're like, okay, I guess I'm going to have to take a role where I make fun of my own real life and, my own mishaps?
Because they're not playing, characters. They're playing characters of themselves because they're playing themselves.
It's the same way when you watch a Larry the Cable Guy movie. He always plays... Larry. And it's like, okay, you're just Larry the Cable Guy.
Sure, Larry the Cable Guy somehow became a government health food health inspector. Sure, somehow he's an FBI agent. Yeah, of course he's a sergeant in the military. Yeah, why wouldn't he be? So, whatever. Actually, what I want to say is we're only a minute into the film, and I'm like, every line Charlie Sheen has said was ADR. It's all voiceover. Nobody's in the same room in this film.
The ADR in this movie is rough.
Oof.
Dude,
it's way down at the end, but Ashley Tisdale in interviews was like, the film was 60% ADR.
Wow.
I was surprised it was that little.
And it was all used in, it was just, or something, maybe it was 60% reshoots.
Yeah.
Or something like that. It's down there. We'll leave it
in this scene... there's you hear some creaky
yeah.
What is that, Charlie? Just unraveling the hose, which is the worst double entendre I've ever heard.
Yeah.
And it turns out it's just the Spanish dude outside hey, cut it out, Miguel, and it cuts to Miguel outside unraveling the hose.
Yeah. Okay, Mr. Charlie.
He looks up and waves, but his mouth does not move at all.
Because everything is ADR. It's all...
really? They couldn't be hey man, just say peas and carrots, rhubarb, and just say something and we'll get it in post. Just look at
I mean, they do in other scenes, but I still notice it, so...
All right.
So what? There's something in the house, I think. I don't know. Let's have sex. Because they have the security camera going and it has a timeline. So what the film claims is a 3-hour-long Benny Hill sex montage where they do Cirque du Soleil stuff and surprisingly other circus-related jokes.
Yeah.
They do a clown car joke and I was like, what, is this a circus? Is Benny Hill a circus character? And I don't...
There were so many times they did the Benny Hill shtick, and I'm like, where are they going? Really? Who wrote these jokes?
They did that enough where I was like, hang on. Benny Hill died 20 years ago. That's not why? So, whatever. The whole scene is just sex and law jokes. Suddenly, Lindsay Lohan is possessed by a demon and kills Charlie. Yeah, okay, well, I guess the movie's starting now.
Yep.
We get just a series of texts which say it took 8 days to discover the body. They couldn't find the 3 kids, and I was like, bullshit, Charlie Sheen has 3 kids.
Yeah.
I think he actually does in real life, but that's not the point. And they arrested Lindsay Lohan out of habit. All right, so we go to Woods.
You missed the other joke that they try to put across. That Charlie Sheen's body partied on for, for 5 days after his death.
Oh, whatever.
Which is just okay.
All right, we get it. We get it. We get it, guys. Yeah. Let's move on. There's so many other things you can make fun of. We go to the Woods. Fake Morgan Freeman, who I'm pretty sure is a staple in this series since the 3rd one or something like that. I don't know when.
Well... They probably started it in the War of the Worlds one.
Yeah.
Because in the Tom Cruise War of the Worlds,
Yeah.
Morgan Freeman played the narrator.
Oh, okay.
So they probably started at that one and was like, yeah, well, sure, why not? We'll add this to the Mama parody.
I mean, dude, there's so many jokes in this film that you go, not only is that an old joke, but it's appeared in this series before. Like, there are jokes where I go, that was in the first one.
Yeah.
That was in the third one. That was, like, I've seen these jokes from this franchise before.
And I don't, is it intended to be a callback or?
Dude, it's weird to call back to the first movie with a joke
Yeah.
that, like, I think my brother was like, oh, the dog toothbrush thing was in the first one. They shove a toothbrush off the dog's butt.
Really?
Something like, I don't know, maybe that wasn't it. That's not the point. Look, moving on. Moving on. Anyway, it's not me, it's you. So, the fake Morgan Freeman voice leads us to Snoop Dogg and Friend. I don't know who this guy is. I never looked it up. I'm going to assume it's a Fred Durst impersonator.
He's a rap producer.
Like, in real life, he's a rap producer?
Yeah, his
I
name's
got no clue.
Like
Mac Miller.
Mac Miller.
Nope, no.
Yeah,
Not even a
I
little
had
bit.
no idea who he was.
100% Fred Durst impersonator because he had a red backwards cap. That's it. That's enough. And he's a white dude. It's enough.
I never understood the term wooden acting until I watched this movie, and it really started with this scene because they were literally like they were just reading their like, hey man, wouldn't it be crazy? Like, what are we doing out here in the woods? A couple stoners, blah 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 blah.
Yeah.
No emotion, no. I didn't even understand why we were following them.
Well, we had to hear the riveting tale of getting shampoo in your pee hole.
That's right.
I don't know how this movie turned this into a no homo situation, but that's never happened to me. I've never done that.
yeah.
Like, I'm not trying to hide something.
What?
I've never.
And what I thought was weird about it is Snoop Dogg starts talking about, like, oh, you tell me you never got shampoo in your pee hole? He's the one who starts complaining.
He's the voice of reason
Yeah,
in this situation.
so then Mac Miller's like, well, yeah, a couple times this dude was like, aha, while you were playing with yourself. And it's like, really? Like, that's the get? Like, you masturbate.
Masturbate in the shower.
Hey, Snoop, didn't you just say that you got it in your pee hole?
Yeah, exactly. That was my whole point, too, because it's like, if you're trying to get at him that he's playing with it, how is soap then getting in your dick?
Come on, we all
Fucking Snoop.
masturbate in the shower, guys, right? Don't you agree we all masturbate in the shower, right? Yeah? You masturbate in the shower, you gay. What?
Yeah, exactly. That's like, that like elementary, middle school joke. You jerk off. You admitted that you jerk off.
Yeah, like, oh my god. This wasn't made in 2013, it was made by 2013-year-olds.
Yeah.
Oh. So, yeah, they're like, oh, we're just going to go and look for weed in Humboldt County because that's where we are. And we're just going to take just one blunt worth. Don't worry about it. No big deal. Snoop Dogg size blunt, bigger than a person. Oh, my God, they're going 0 Dog 30 on us. They're sending drones. Okay.
Yeah.
Jump to, oh, look at that. It's a cabin in the woods. It reminds me of that horror film. What film? Christine? What film? Twilight? What? And it's just on and on and on. They actually say horror films, but I can't think of it.
But no, man, it's the one with the cabin in the woods.
Nah, it's the one with the cabin in the woods.
Like,
it's the one with the...
Are you telling me you couldn't figure out any modifiers?
Dude, every time I watch this scene, I laugh, but every time I laughed, it was out of embarrassment. Like, I was like, oh my god!
To me, this was the real life version of, okay, Up and Atom. Up and at them. No. Up and atom. Up and at them.
Better.
Yeah. All right, whatever. Let's just get through the production. Quick.
So, yeah, Snoop and Friend go over to the cabin in the woods, and they look inside, and, oh, what's that moving? Shoot it with these guns we suddenly have. Shoot it with the guns you suddenly have. Oh, no, now we're in, like, a Mexican standoff. All right, count to 3, drop the guns. 1, 2, 3, drop, pull out more guns. 1, 2, 3, drop, pull out more guns.
See, I
until
think
there's a pile of guns.
I think this was supposed to be a callback to, in 3, they had the big standoff between, like, the two gangs. They show up to help fight the aliens, but it's like Red Man and Method Man show up, and, like, whole squad of people. Yeah, that's what it was like.
That's everybody, yo. They got red and meth. That's everybody in the world.
And then, like, they all shoot each other and blow. Like, they all just pull out guns and get into some shootout because somebody stepped on each other's sneakers.
Well, yeah.
And I think it's supposed to be a callback to that, but it does not work.
No, it's... nothing worked. What do you mean it doesn't work? Nothing in this film works.
Exactly. None of the jokes, none of the parodies.
Hey, you know that joke we're going to talk about? Yeah, spoiler alert, it doesn't work.
No.
What about the one an hour into the film? Yeah, that one doesn't work either.
Dude, it was like somewhere, it was before the like pool party scene. You know what scene I'm talking about? Before, no. It was somewhere before that scene when we've had Joey Fotsy on the show before and Skylar. They were with me and they showed up right around that scene and watched the rest of it. They were like, dude, that was embarrassing. Like, watching the film, they're like, that was embarrassing to watch. Like, that was, oh my God. I was like, you only watched half of it. What are you talking about? You missed an hour of it. Like, well, it's not true. They didn't miss an hour because the film's only an hour and 13 minutes long.
I think that's like the bare minimum to be considered a film.
Dude. And we watched the unrated version, which didn't have things. Things were cut out of the theatrical version.
This is the longest hour and 13-minute film
Holy
I've ever
shit.
watched.
Yes! Without a doubt. I will fight somebody who disagrees with that. Yes!
Just, like, on my break today, I was like, alright, well, let me just rewatch the end. And, like, I was like, I skipped halfway through, and somehow on my hour-long break, I got 15 minutes, got through 15 minutes of the film.
Wow. Ugh. So, where are we? Right, the cabin in the woods. They realized that the kids they found are Charlie Sheen's missing kids. Also, apparently, there's a reward for them. Okay, sure.
Yeah.
We're gonna buy a boat and a shark with that reward. Yep, we sure are. Jump 2.
Yeah, that's it.
Jump 2. Ashley Tisdale is in the bathroom taking a pregnancy test on her phone. Because it's the future.
Well, alright, unrated version. Did she take the regular pregnancy test first?
Yeah.
Okay, alright.
Yeah.
So, yeah, so she pees on the phone. Did it give you the pregnant line? You are pregnant. With anticipation for the results of this test.
Yeah.
I was like, really? That's the best you got?
No, the best you got was afterwards when it was like, you are, and then shows a picture of a baby, not pregnant. Dodge the bullet, you lucky slut.
Yeah.
That's the best they got.
Woof.
Yeah. Yes, dogs did write this film. I'm glad you speak writer. So she's not pregnant, and she's like, yeah, and stands up, and as she stands up, her husband walks in, who's Simon Rex.
George,
no, Dan.
What?
Yeah, I know. I don't know why he had to play a different character. Whatever, fine. Yeah, opens the door, knocks her into the toilet. They find the kids, let's go get them. So we go to the hospital, and Ashley and her husband, they go to see the kids, but Daryl Hammond...
Yes.
Hammond, right? Yeah,
Daryl Hannah is a woman.
That's a woman, yeah.
Yeah.
You want to fuck one of them. You wouldn't want to fuck another. You gotta know.
Which one?
That's your prerogative. Because they are two very different people. There's no way you could be attracted to both of those things at the same time.
I ain't telling you which one.
No, that's on you.
But I'm telling you, you're only gonna want.
You need to fucking be careful with that shit.
For that oh so common situation where you get the phone call and they're like, hey, right now, we're going to send him to your house. You can fuck Daryl Hammond or Daryl Hammond.
Which one do you pick?
You got to remember, I don't remember which is which.
Uh-oh. I picked the sliced ham named Daryl. All right. So anyway, we go to the hospital. Yeah, the kids, while they were away and they walk like crab people now or whatever, they created Mama to take care of them. Also, here's some Ritalin. Let's go see the kids. Here's your glasses, sweetie. She eats the glasses. They're like, oh my God, Daddy. And he's like, no, I'm not your daddy. I'm your uncle. And I go, oh, right. In the movie Mama, they're supposed to be twins. The dad and the...
Oh, really?
Yeah, so Simon Rex is supposed to be Charlie Sheen's twin in the context of this film.
Oh, wow.
That would have... Yeah.
So whatever. They're just like, yeah, let's go ahead and we're gonna be a family now. And they punch and they start punching each other. The kids and the parents just start punching each other. They pull the hair and because they're animals. They don't know any better.
Yeah.
And the wife's an idiot.
Yeah.
So
and she's also in a punk band.
Yeah, because that's what the doctor says in the next scene. You really think you could be in a punk band for the rest of your life? Because apparently he knows that. So they're like, no, that's it. We're not going to do that anymore. We're out. And he's like, no, I'm just joking around. You can have the kids are yours. Like, we don't have any legal rights.
We don't give a shit.
Yeah. Oh, but also, you can only have them if you stay in this house. Okay, sure. Those are normal ways that you adopt children.
Yeah, that's everything I've learned from horror movies and that one episode of Futurama is typically a will does come with a house that you have to stay in.
Yeah, you have to stay in the house, always. So we go to home. We go back home. Fake Freeman voiceovers that there's a new evil in the house. They crash their car into the garage because they're not paying attention. They smack the baby around the house because they're not paying attention. Outside, Jody sets the baby on fire because they're not paying attention. They're going to be great parents. That's the whole scene. We're going to be great parents, I swear. Also, George is like, oh, look, my camera. Let me just... And the whole film is first person again.
So, I know scary movie films have never been, like, top tier, like, outstanding comedy.
Yeah.
But how did the jokes get this lazy, where the joke is, I got the baby up,
they're predictable jokes. They're jokes they've heard before. They're jokes we've seen before. And they're like, this will make us jillions.
Is it all the Waynes then? At the end of the day, who were like really the writers and were just like,
I don't know when you want me to tell you this, but the writers are people who are writers.
Like real writers.
Yeah, like writers who, after this film, you're going to go back and watch the films of theirs that you desperately love and go, maybe I'm wrong. Like the writers of all the Police Academy films and Airplane.
What?
Yeah.
Wow.
There's a lot of those on Airplane. But yeah, I have it written down later
yeah.
on. But yeah, people who wrote fucking movies are like, no, but I like that film. No, but I like that film. No, but I like that. Not anymore.
No. Okay. Yeah, I was wrong.
Out of touch, clearly. So we go to the kids' room, and they look at pictures of dicks while they drew pictures of dicks.
Yeah.
And Mama walks by in the background. And then the only joke in the film where I go, fucking no, what's wrong with you people? Where the little kid shoves a popsicle up her butt. And they go, no, that's no. And she goes, whoa, and like falls over or whatever.
Legitimately made me uncomfortable.
It did. It really did. Like, I was just like, that's not okay. That's not okay.
And really, like, what shitty parent? I mean, obviously, it's Hollywood, so there are plenty of shitty parents. But what silly parent was like, go ahead, honey, knock them dead.
I guess they just thought, you're just going to make a silly face. That's all.
And pretend you're sticking this up your butt.
Yeah, it's like you're hiding it behind your... No, it's not. You can't even trick them.
Yeah.
You can't even trick them. Like, why am I making a funny voice when I'm hiding it behind my... It's going up your butt. You're in Hollywood. I'm sure things have already been there.
Who gave you this part? Yeah, you know the rest.
Third base.
Yeah.
So we go to the kitchen and we meet Maria the maid and Artie the dog. Artie the dog never appears again.
Like, they do the toothbrush thing, and then he shows up
at the pool party.
At the pool party.
Okay. Maria is overly religious. We go to Dan's job, which is genetic primate. Fake Freeman.
Oh, yeah, it's also Planet of the Apes.
Yeah, it takes us
or
there.
A Rise of the Planet of the Apes.
Yeah, exactly.
Which, by the way, that whole series, the naming convention is terrible.
Dude, I can't follow where I am.
Because first, it was Rise of the Planet of the Apes,
yeah.
Then Dawn of the Planet of the Apes, and then War for Planet of the Apes. Right? Except in Rise, it's really more like the Dawn, because it's just the start. And then Dawn of the Planet of the Apes is really War for the Planet of the Apes, because there's this giant battle, and then War for the Planet of the Apes is really just Rise of the Planet of the Apes, because it's the one where the apes take over. They got all they somehow made 3 movies, got all the names right, just in the wrong order.
That's terrible. That just reminds me of the Batman series where they're like, so what do we name the third Batman? We introduce Robin into it. We'll call it Batman Forever, right?
Yeah.
What do we call the fourth one?
Batman
Forever.
Forever.
Oh, shit. We'll call it Batman and Robin, even though there's Batgirl in the movie.
Wouldn't it be great if they just named Batman and Robin? What's this one called? Batman Forever. Oh, man. Who got
hindsight.
fired fucking that up?
All the time travelers. I don't know, because of hindsight. Look, so in Genetic Primate, we learn that Dan's job is to, I guess, repeatedly fail at teaching Caesar the ape something, even though Caesar is way more intelligent than Dan, obviously. Yeah. His boss, Terry Crews, is upset because they're getting close to, they got to prove to the, board members that everything's okay.
One of the few gags in this film that I somewhat sort of enjoyed was they're walking through the hallway and their monkeys throwing shit like at a dartboard. And,
Sure.
Yeah.
Oh, they're still throwing it. Oh, now they can keep score.
You like that one?
I thought it was okay.
All right.
Look, as far as jokes in this movie go, that was like the top tier. That's all I'm saying. I'm not saying it was good. I'm just saying it was the best of this film.
Oh, fine. I'm not going to argue that fact. So, whatever. They say they're getting closer because they can teach the Real Housewives stuff. Real Housewives, not the Real Housewives. I wouldn't know either way.
Yeah, I don't know if those are the actual ones.
Yeah, actual Housewives or Real Housewives. I don't know. So Dan calls Terry Crews an ape, and I was just like, wow!
Oh, yeah.
Especially because they never do another race joke in the films. I was like, oh, it's a little out of place.
And I did kind of like, when he says that, the monkey does the face like, oh, fuck. Like, whoa, dude.
Yeah, and they really decided to dig in the race joke, not just be like, oh, he referred to him as a monkey, now he's referring to him as a black monkey instead of a white monkey. Yeah, I just was like, oh man, why?
No, I meant like white monkey.
No, you're a white monkey. It's okay. I didn't mean like a fucking dirty black monkey. God damn it, this film. So Dan accidentally locks himself in a cage because he's smarter than monkeys. Whatever. We go back to home, into the kitchen. Jody's playing bass because remember punk rock? Get it?
Oh, yeah.
She's in a punk rock band. The lights start to flicker, and they flicker on and off, and then she disappears, and the kid appears, and then the kid appears, and then she disappears, and then and that's the whole scene. I go, what was the point of that fucking scene?
It was in this part of the movie that I literally realized that no matter what happens, I feel like they were just like, we need to throw a joke or have somebody do something funny in every scene that goes on. Otherwise, this isn't a good movie. Because that's literally what happens going forward. It's just like, oh, let's see what happens in the cameras for overnight. Oh, they're sleeping and rolling around in the bed. Yeah. And now, whatchamacallit, the maid or whatever it is, she's doing something weird in the bedroom.
Yes, what you're talking about is, every time there would be a night change, they would announce night number 3, whatever. Yeah. And then they would show, like you said, all the
paranormal activity, fast forward,
yeah. But it was never relevant to the plot, and the jokes were never really that, they weren't even chuckle good.
No.
It was just like, okay, yeah, that's what, yeah, okay, sure, they're doing those things.
Yes, that is not a normal thing to do.
Yeah, yes, no, right. Yeah, oh, the maid is cleaning in her sleep. Hilarious and not normal. So Jody runs into her bed with Dan, and this is my favorite part of the film that doesn't make any sense. There's other parts that don't make sense. This is my favorite part that doesn't make sense.
Okay.
Especially because there's logic to it, which is she runs into bed and puts her punk rock wig on, and Dan goes, no, you can't do that. And she goes, well, I just can't deal with these kids. And I go, wait a minute, is it like a comfort wig? Is she put the wig on, or she's like, no, I can't do it live. I'm just a punk rocker. I don't want to grow up. Nonconformity.
That's what you do when you want to just feel dark inside and release yourself. You just put on your punk rock wig, and boom. It's all...
Rock out to Sum 41.
I don't
want to waste my time becoming a casualty of society.
I know I'm jumping way ahead.
Throw on your blink.
The song at the very end of this film, did you stay for the
bloopers and
the bloopers
such,
and
no, I skipped it. But...
Oh my god. I have never whatever song it was, I've never been like, this band is very close to trying to be Rage Against the Machine.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, they had
Just and not even a good knockoff band.
No, yeah, I don't know. They sang about some weird things.
They weren't even close to being like the knockoff band that WWE used for like the DX song. Like, not even.
I listened to it. And I was like, man, it sounds like Rage Against the Machine is like out of tune or something. I was like, wait, this isn't Rage.
He tried. So where were we? We were in bed. Jody is like, I can't handle these kids. Dan's like, why don't you go back to ballet? And she's like, I can't. Because remember when my mother did the Swan Lake while she was pregnant with me because she was so obsessed with ballet? And then she gave birth and kicked the baby around the stage while Madea complained about it in the audience? Again, could be the real Madea. I would have no idea.
Yeah, I'm not sure. That might have been Tyler Perry.
It could have been the real Tyler Perry. Yeah, I have no clue.
But that was Lisa Kudrow as the mother, right?
No.
It was one of the friends.
No.
Really?
Yeah, it was a much older woman.
Wow, white
It
women.
was,
Just all look the same.
Okay, that's probably right. What's her name? She's on like Melrose Place, probably.
Yeah, she was in Scrubs also.
Cindy something?
No, I
No,
want to say
it's not important.
that's with a K.
Basically dead. So after the flashback, we go back to the bed, and Dan suggests Heather Locklear.
Yes.
Yeah,
That's who that was?
Yes,
Yeah,
that's Heather Locklear.
yeah.
Oh.
Like I said, she's basically dead.
Yo.
So Dan suggests.
Do you remember Wayne's World when it was like, Heather Locklear, Schwing, Schwing?
Now it's like, Heather Locklear, get out your sword, swing, swing. Swing, swing, swing.
Banish the beast!
Oh man. So again, this is just weird for me because of how little I actually know about Black Swan probably, but Dan suggests that his wife and their new non-biological daughter bond over the lesbian rape ballet film Black Swan. I was like, oh my god, no. So we go to ballet class.
Is that what Black Swan's actually about?
Dude, it's about the Swan Lake and who gets to be the Black Swan, which is like the famous swan or whatever. And
Yeah, I seen the movie.
yeah,
where-
wait. So then what are you asking me for?
No, but the movie I didn't think was an actual it's a little different. It's a different take on the whole Swan Lake thing. It's supposed to be darker, no?
I didn't know there was a lesbian rape part of Swan Lake, so I don't know.
Okay.
I don't know the subtext of ballet. We go to ballet class. The instructor introduces the Black Swan, seasoned professional, smoking and drinking Molly Shannon.
Poor Molly Shannon.
Poor Molly. Why? She's great.
I mean, she's great.
Oh, and she came this low. Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's awful for her. She dances what is described by the instructor as eloquently. Jody meets Kendra, who Kendra says that she's not. I'm not good enough to try out.
She's the Brenda of
and
this
then
film.
they're like, "Who?" Yeah, I guess. I don't feel comfortable with that statement at all.
I'm
but
just saying.
it's accurate.
It is what it is.
Look, sometimes you gotta tell it how it is, and then you become president. Say the dirty truth.
Okay.
Work for Trump.
That's right. Well, anyway, yeah. So she's like, I'm not good enough to try out. And then she immediately starts pole dancing and stuff for her ballet. And I'm like, oh god, that's gonna be this joke the whole time, isn't it?
You know, I recently just learned that the poles are what spins.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
it's not them.
No, it's not that. The whole point is that you grip up. You get the chalk. You're going to lift.
Oh, really?
So you get a good grip, and it's the pole that spins. I was like,
That's less
wow.
impressive.
Yeah, I am not impressed at all now.
That's less impressive.
Yeah.
Although, to be fair, I mean, if the pole was slick, why would they go around it, not down?
Yeah. Once you realize that, You're like, wow, I never put any thought into that at all.
No, because I don't give a shit about it. Just show me your titties. What are you, like, it's not about, like, I don't give a shit about it. That's all about you being like, look, I know you want to see my titties, but I have skill with my titties.
Stop spitting!
Yeah, I can't only see the nipple, like, half the time. What are you doing?
Let me
Just show me-
objectify you.
I don't care how well you think you can shake your titties. I want to be the one to shake your titties. Violently. I want to hear you go, ow. And I go, oh, I'm sorry. But I keep doing it. So, what happened? Jody dances like Taylor Swift. Next scene. It's night number 2. Pans rattle in the kitchen. Jody wakes up to go see what it is, and there's a pan on the floor. And Dan enters, like, what's going on? And she smacks him in the face. And Jody's like, there's bad spirits in the house. And then Maria shows up, and she's like, we gotta call this expert. And they're like, no. And she's like, well, then I'll protect it with this terrible CGI chicken.
With the blood spray.
Yeah. So, in the daytime...
And this scene, it's clear that George and Jody are standing in front of a green screen.
Dan
Dead.
and Jody. Yes, they're in front of a green screen. There's a lot of times where it's just like...
ADR and green screen.
Clearly, yeah. Nobody is in the same room as anybody on the screen when they share... Nobody! Where are we? In the daytime, the house is ransacked. Oh, who did it? Oh, it was Mama. Mama did it. Ah, you lousy kids. It was probably them. So they go through all the things that were ransacked, and they find a bunch of weird stuff, like that weird workout springy thingy. Like the chest workout thing. And this is the only part of the film where I genuinely laugh.
Really?
Which is, they like stretch it out. They're like, look what I found. And it snaps and smacks the kid in the face. And they're like, ah! And Dan's like, help! Help! Put the camera down! Somebody help! And they keep searching for stuff. They find a box of dildos. And it's like, it's not dildos, it's toothbrushes. And they're like, well, then why are these toothbrushes shaped like dildos? Montage of Dan fixing up the house and turning all the colors to camera. He gets hurt a lot.
I actually found the first half of this montage kind of funny. Just him trying to fix the cameras and falling and... Yeah.
I mean, it's a place where slapstick would be appropriate in a montage. And that's where they do it. But unfortunately, they've already done so much slapstick where I'm like, all right, I'm done.
Yeah.
You just did a whole film of people getting smacked in the face, and now you're going to do and now he'll get smacked in the face in fast motion. You go, oh, wait, you already did a Benny Hill thing. Oh, shit. You're already recycling. You're cannibalizing your own material now.
But wait, there's more.
There is, because I thought we were a half hour into the film, and we're not. We're not even a half hour in yet.
6 minutes.
No. Like 20 minutes. But yeah, where it's... So he fixes everything up. We go to the night time again. I guess it's night... it's not night 3 yet, but it's like evening 3. Jody finds the kids playing, and they're like, oh, you guys gotta go to sleep. They say, don't go to ballet class because an accident's gonna happen. And Jody's like, whatever, I'm going to go open this closet. And they're like, don't. And they're like, I'm not gonna. I'm like, well, don't. Well, maybe I will. Maybe I won't. And I just do that childish back and forth. Which doesn't really, like, it doesn't
even make sense in the context of the film.
No, it's garbage.
And the payoff, the punchline of the joke also doesn't make sense.
No, which is they go to open the closet, and who's in the closet? Maria pooping on a toilet. What?
Yeah.
Why would Maria be using the kid's private toilet? Fine, whatever. Also, she poops so hard it rockets her off the toilet into the mom, which I gotta say, she would have went through the doors anyway.
Yeah.
Like, it wasn't a vacuum-sealed chamber. Although, that's how the film treats it. Because in the next scene, Morgan Freeman is like, and the next night, what happened was, oh my god, I just smelled it, I have to go, I can't be here. And he runs away. And he's like, everything in this scene explains itself. And I mean... It's just one of those camera cutaway, like, what's happening in this room, what's happening in that one. And I was like, yeah, it explains itself. Doesn't explain why it's in the film.
Yeah, no.
But it explains itself. Now we're a half hour into the film, which is basically halfway through the film. Jody, we go to ballet class. Jody is going to be the new Black Swan. I think she's like the underling or something like that. And Molly Shannon's like, no, I'm the only Black Swan, and jumps in front of her place. And the wall that was going to crush Jody falls on Molly Shannon. Because, like, Mama pushes it. So now she's not dead, but she's broken. All right, now Jody's officially the new Black Swan, and Kendra is her understudy. And Molly's like, no, not her. Pick anybody but her, even the janitor. And the janitor's like, really, me? And Nelly does some tap dancing in front of like
That's
a
who that
green
was?
screen. I'm pretty sure it was no. No, who was it?
Usher.
Usher? Dude, I don't fucking care. Why was Cher? Somebody with a single name. Adele showed up and danced the fucking cha-cha like Carmen Miranda.
Prince
Prince, yeah,
showed
he
up.
was there. They were all Elmo. Elmo was dancing. Who was it? Usher. Usher dances tap, and it's green screen and clearly a second location. And it's garbage.
It's clearly the green screen that they went to Usher's house. And
Yeah,
set
like
up.
it's his own personal one. Yeah, Usher borrowed a green screen from Nelly. That's why I got confused
Yeah.
because it was his green screen.
Well, it's understandable. It's an understandable say. It was clearly Nelly's green screen.
I mean, everybody knows that.
Yeah.
Everybody knows it. So we go back to the house. Dan is still loopy from getting hit in the head 3 scenes earlier. Like, he's got bandages on his head. Like, he just came back from the hospital.
Yeah.
Jody's like, hey, kids, how'd you know that the accident was going to happen? And they're like, see you later. So they walk away. And we go to the pool because the kids are like, oh, look at these cool tricks that Mama showed us. And I go, this makes no sense. I bet this is one of those forced joke scenes. Oh, and here comes Maria in a bikini. All right, that's the whole scene.
Yeah,
Whole scene.
that
Fat
was-
lady in a bikini. Oh my God, what year is it? Oprah jokes. Come on, make some Oprah jokes, guys.
Oh, that was in Scary Movie 4.
Oprah jokes?
Well, because
Yeah.
they did the War of the Worlds parody, which War of the Worlds was the movie that Tom Cruise, he went on and they did the
Oh, well, that
him
was
jumping
it's
on the
relevant,
couch.
So
yeah.
that's fine. But
So that's why.
whatever. Where are we? Pool. We go to the bathroom. Mama puts Jody's toothbrush up the dog's butt.
But there's never... That's it. You never, like, see her brush her teeth or...
No, the voiceover implies that she did. It's like, and she could never get that toothbrush taste out of her mouth.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Isn't that great when the voiceover's got to try to be the punchline for your jokes?
Unless it's Arrested Development, then
Oh, yeah.
that's like the whole thing. They
Yeah.
got to do it. No, they don't. So we go to night 4, and Maria sleep cleans, and Jody hogs the bed and pushes Dan off of it, and he's like, I'll go on this side, I'll go on that side, I'll go on this side. And she, like, rolls, and I'm gross as shit, because this is the only part of the film where I'm like, oh, yeah. Because when she rolls over on the bed, her butt jiggles, and I'm like, it's worth it, the whole fucking film. Oh, yeah.
Just hitting that rewind 10 seconds.
Oh, I didn't have to. She kept rolling over the whole fucking, it was the whole scene.
Oh, look at that jiggle. Oh.
So, what happens later on? Yeah, exactly. Oh my gosh.
A true butt connoisseur.
Hey, I mean, I guess.
Yeah.
So later on, some pans rattle, and they go to look, and then a bunch of pans fall on Dan's head, and that appliance is open and attack his face. And they're like, call the fucking...
It's maximum overdrive.
Yeah, it is. Not intentionally. Like, in no way did they do that on purpose. It's
Oh,
just-
no, that'd be a little too old even for this.
And Amelia busted in.
Oh.
No.
Well, they had the Emilio cat
It was
earlier.
just a cat, though. Yeah, the cat busts in. It's also a Guardians of the Galaxy parody. He has guns.
it's a raccoon.
Well, it's a cat in this one.
Okay. Were they good enough
It's a
for it?
parody. Yeah.
Yeah.
No, it's not. Yeah. It's a striped cat, and so it's like, I get it.
Oh, it's...
It's Garfield. It's like it's just 8. It's all of them in one. Guys, we got it. So Psychic Cat Williams arrives, and he takes their money and their stuff. And is a demon the worst thing you can have? No, sir. That's an STD.
Just Cat Williams.
He does
His comedy
like
cuts
just obvious stand-up bits.
cuts through me.
The only part about this scene that I was just like, dude, what the fuck is... He starts, like, wandering the set doing bits, and I'm like, the Mike is not following him. Mike stays stationary, and it's really hard. You can tell when he's like, well, now he's over there, well, now he's on that side of the room.
And this is the part they didn't do ADR. Like, they couldn't get him to come back for the ADR.
Oh, they could. They didn't want him to, though.
This actually is the ADR. He came back for the ADR.
He just wouldn't stop walking around. Fucking chasing him with a microphone, and then there's footsteps in the background.
Yeah.
All right, so yeah, close your eyes and concentrate as I steal your credit cards and your information from your phone and all that stuff. And then I'll contact the ghost. Oh no, but it's getting me and dragging me down the hall. You have the worst demon ever. Ah! Scene's over.
Yeah. That's it. Never seen again.
Night 5. Mama might be real, but Dan is apparently still suffering head trauma and can't remember anything that happened from the last scene.
CTE.
What? CT?
Yeah.
Compound trauma endurance? I don't know.
Tell the truth. Chronic traumatic NFL disease.
Oh, okay. Forgot that E.
Stands for NFL disease.
Yeah, that's the kicker. All right, so some sounds happen. And, oh, I'm sorry. This is the only joke that I genuinely enjoyed throughout the whole film.
Oh, okay.
Which is, you hear some sounds in the background, and Jody goes, "What's that?" And Dan goes, "It's my penis." And then more sound. He goes, "No, that." He goes, "It's my penis."
It's my penis.
And we cut away, and it's what a contrast, because it's the best joke of the film.
Yes!
The worst.
Oh my god.
The most out of place joke in the whole, like, in the history of film. The history of fucking, like, part of me saw this and I went, I think this might be a reference to, like, a beer commercial.
Okay.
Or something, but, like, from the 80s. Like, not like a relevant beer commercial. Like a beer commercial that I was 8 when I first saw.
And again, following what's probably the best, like, bit they do in the entire film.
It's my penis. It's my penis.
Yeah.
And then, what's that sound?
Ding,
No.
ding, ding, ding.
Yeah. He's what's that sound? I think he's banging his penis against pans. Why? But the worst joke we missed over was it's this, like, what? It's like a pool cleaning robot, or I don't know what
I'm not
it
rich
is.
enough to own a pool.
I have no idea. It's like
I think it's a pool vacuum.
Yeah, it's a pool vacuum.
But it's like an autonomous pool vacuum, and it goes
There's
over to the
definitely
gate
no such thing.
and opens the gate up, and hundreds of them come in, and it's a big pool party. Oh yeah, and more of them come in, but some of them have like
mannequin bodies?
but like a tailor's mannequin where it's just the torso, like it's one like
that was like no, that was just like a regular vacuum cleaner.
Vacuums.
Yeah,
but they had those strapped to them, so it's like those are the lady ones.
What?
Yeah, I know it doesn't. Yeah, and then Maria's there, and she's banging one of them, and like,
and then like one of them's a DJ, and one of them vomits, and these are all vacuum cleaners.
Yeah, dude, it's like a minute and a half.
Yeah,
It's
a
a
whole bunch of them are doing whatchamacallit, pool cleaner lines.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was
a weird fucking joke.
I want to know who was like. There were writers, so someone went to the writers' room and like fucking pitched this, and everyone was like, "Eh." Right?
I think that's the problem. Yeah, is everyone were like, "Yeah, you got it." What you gonna do?
We're only getting paid scale for this, so
That's too deep a reference. Nobody's gonna understand that. So yeah, and then after that, it cuts to wait, but what's that sound? And Dan banging his dick against two pots. My penis. Dun, 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 dun. So proud, so proud. In the daytime, I forget how it leads up, but there's more like ghosty stuff.
well, she gets scared by the vacuums coming to life, so she's burning.
Even though she's banging one of them.
A newspaper, like for religious purposes.
Sage or something.
Yeah.
Yeah. But it is a newspaper for religious purposes, yeah.
Look, I'm not. Who am I to criticize someone's religion?
Someone's religiosity. So,
if your religion says take this education and burn it to ward off evil spirits,
you know, newspapers were education. Like, I mean, I guess they're informative.
yeah, take this informative material.
So in the daytime, Dan fires Maria for being too religious about the demon/ghost thing. But they fight on the lawn.
She throws the first punch.
She does.
But what I love is that this entire scene, there's a like this little time stamp at the bottom.
Yeah.
And there are cuts in this scene, but the timestamp doesn't cut. I had to go back and check it. Because when they're talking, like, and Maria just throws the first punch, like, it cuts and she's in a different position and just throws the punch. And I was like,
Yeah, it's yeah. I presume every single fast motion montage thing like that was supposed to have the song, but they were like, we can't afford it every time.
I hated Gilligan's Island. Thought it was awful garbage. And it's one of the reasons I hated Gilligan's Island is because at least once an episode it'd be like, Gilligan! And then they'd all chase him around the tree and fast. And I don't know why. It infuriated me. Benny Hill, that's fine. They got the music. Like, they know they're doing...
I didn't really watch either, so that's how that works. What else do we... Oh, and they just... See, again, we already talked about recycled jokes. And in this scene, they do that same tired joke where they're fighting. Right. Oh, and then now we're pals because the cops are driving by. Okay, they're gone. Yeah. Again. Like, I can't even laugh at these jokes because I've seen them all before. Like, it's just like, well, I'm here to see some new informative shit, and you're giving me nothing. Like, it's not even, like, a new thing to laugh at. Like they might, like, just give me, like, some Walter Cronkite jokes. Like, give me some fucking, jokes about old guys from the past that, like, aren't, like, who? Like, why would I laugh at that shit?
Make some joke about Richard Nixon and Henry Kissinger.
Give me some fucking good old Millard Fillmore jokes. Like, what do you... So, blah, 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 blah. We're going to genetic primate. Terry Crews shows the board members Caesar and Maria. But, oh my God, Maria and Dan fight into genetic, primate. Wow. And they land on the emergency open all cage doors button.
And this is right after they disclose that although the intelligence formula worked on Caesar, all the other apes just became, like, crazy rapists, I think they said.
Yeah, I think they implied that it gave them roid rage.
Yeah.
In a sense. Why would you have an emergency open all cages, but like just in real life?
What if there's a fire?
What? They're all genetic, like, it's not legal. There's no way it's legal. You let them burn. You burn the evidence.
Let alone, why would you have the button, like, just on a wall, just like, so anybody who passed by could just be like, why wouldn't you put it behind, like, glass or lock it up?
Because the prop budget was so small.
They couldn't afford the little...
They couldn't get a little plastic dome.
Yeah. Police raid. You're an illegal experimenting, right? Police raid, you gotta release all the monkeys.
So that you can get away from the police, distract them.
I was thinking let the evidence go, but yeah.
Oh.
Either way.
All right, I guess.
So you can get...
Monkey attack! Escape on the back door!
But you figure if the police are raiding you, they kind of know what you're doing.
Yeah, they can't raid you without a warrant. That's true. They're already fully aware of what's going on.
Do you see any monkeys here?
No, just like really hairy workers. See, that's what you need. You don't need an emergency open all cage button. You need an emergency put lab coats on all the monkeys button.
You thought these were monkeys that we were experimenting? No!
That's some racist bullshit. It's because you don't recognize a Lithuanian dude. All right, so yeah, all the monkeys are out. We go to the news, and apes run amok all over town. They call 911, and the person on the 911 call is the anchor's wife cheating on him, and super upset that they're cheating. Again, just one of those jokes where it's like, sure, like, are the stars of this film ever going to do something funny?
Yeah,
because they haven't done any jokes yet.
Yeah, they haven't had, except for George having the gag.
Dan.
Except for Simon Rex having the gag
at least
of getting hit in the head over and over again, which is...
yeah, passe at this point, I feel.
At least in the third one, when he was George, like he was hitting, like it was like, Cindy was like, no, we gotta protect little Marcus or whatever my son's name is. And
they backed the car up into him again somehow.
Yeah.
So, yeah, whatever. Ape thing, run amok. Oh, that guy's wife is cheating on him. That's done forever. Let's go to ballet class. At ballet class, everyone is stereotypically skinny, excluding the black girl.
Mm-hmm.
Appropriate use of CGI, by the way, where a literal stick
figure?
Well, yeah.
Yeah.
That's the only time I was fun when I went, that's CGI.
Yeah.
Man. That is absolutely.
More than anything, I was impressed that, like, on the floor she was walking, I was like, oh shit, they even did CGI reflection.
Ah,
Yeah.
So later on, after that whole joke, like, oh, okay, fine, you win, guys. A main character did do a joke. You win.
Yeah.
Later, Jodie throws up the single Cheerio she ate, and she goes outside of the stall from throwing up, and she sees, like, slut written on it. She's like, no, and she erases it, and the next one, and the next one, and the next one's still being written by Molly Shannon. I was like, oh, okay. All right. Of course, Molly Shannon.
Molly Shannon's
yeah, of
the
course
fucking
her joke is
highlight.
fucking, yeah, of course. And she's just like, yeah, slut! Ah! And, like, leaves, and then I was so into I was like, why didn't she use the handicap stall? Because she walks over in crutches from being crushed by the wall, and just, like, struggling to get inside the stall with the crutches and the neck brace and the... They gotta have a handicap stall. Why don't you use it, lady?
You know how guilty I felt at work? when like, you know, I walked into the bathroom and there were no urinals open and the only stall open was the handicap one, and I was like, eh! And I went in, and sure enough, I came out, and who's fucking waiting for me? Like, my man with MS on 2 crutches, like, hobble, and I was like, and like, I'm not gonna apologize, like, just gotta do the walk of shame past the dude.
Look, it's the situation, you know, like, it's not...
Never feel like a bigger scumbag, though.
What do you want? A situation where I have to have licenses to use the bathroom?
All I'm saying is we just need separate facilities for like, you know, we want to give these handicapped folk their own, like, over there, like, handicaps only.
Yes, that'd be great. Also, I want to define what a handicap is.
And also, we'll promise that it'll be separate but equal.
Yeah, you can
But,
see.
you know, it doesn't have to
But
be.
it's like, look, I mean, what does a handicapped toilet cost? $20,000? Okay, that means we get $20,000 to spend on couches and linens. Because we get regular toilets. They only cost like $10.
Couches and linen.
Yeah!
Yeah, you know, when I go to the bathroom, I like a fancy experience where I could just hang out on a couch before I take a piss.
Dude. Like,
You know, just like go to the like fancy restroom where you sit on the couch and you just aim and like arc it into the urinal across. Right? Yeah.
Like, preaching to the choir.
Feeling that comfy, the soft linens.
Yeah. I can't piss unless I'm holding a soft linen. So we go. Yes, after the bathroom thing, we go to the house. Jodie wishes that she could see what the kids were talking about with Mama. They could see her dreams, like, inside her head, like Inception. And in comes not Leonardo DiCaprio. Like, I love it, because Leonardo DiCaprio walked in, and my reaction was, oh my god, that is not Leonardo DiCaprio. Actually, it's not even close. I don't know why I was shocked for even a second. That's really bad.
It's like, if you don't have your glasses on and you just look for a minute, you're like, oh shit, that resembles, but is legally distinct from Leonardo.
Like, you know when you walk in a crowd and you just kind of like, just walking, just scanning people, and you go, oh shit, was that my aunt? And you go, no, that was a dumpster, never mind. That's shame on me. What happened was a lady with blonde hair walked in front of a dumpster, and I was like, oh, those 2 things look like my aunt. No, it's not her.
No.
2 things. That's what this guy's like. Leonardo DiCaprio.
He's like a wig on a dumpster.
Exactly. That is precisely the analogy I was trying to make. Yeah, so they spent all the money on the CGI, so they got this fake-ass Leo. Let's do...
Ben Cornish.
Ben Cornish, like a hen? That's his real headshot, and he still looks like a fake person.
Yeah, I know.
He looks like he's impersonating a World War II fighter pilot. Like,
Not even that. It looks like he's trying to impersonate Leonardo DiCaprio from like his Growing Pains days.
He can't not be a terrible impersonation of another person. That's awful. That's sad. All right, so anyway, they do dream jokes. Don't think about fire. Don't think about me with boobs. Let's try again. Let's do it again. Okay, so next time, so a guy who is identified as Tomcats invites Jody into the house.
What?
Because it's Jerry O'Connell.
Yeah, my man's from Sliders.
I remember I said I was watching the film with Skylar and Joey Potts. When he showed up, Skylar was like, "Oh, Tomcats!" I was like, "Really? How many decades?"
Wow.
So he's like,
I know Jerry O'Connell doesn't do stuff, and when he does do stuff, it's the strangest stuff.
always like,
I don't
yeah.
know what kind of career this guy what his real source of income is, but it's not acting. Because the only roles I see him in are weird, like, side bits. I think Tomcats was his last attempt at, like, I'm going to be the leading man.
Yeah, I couldn't tell you.
But yeah, he's in it, and then he has, like, 4 lines and just disappears.
Yeah, he plays the,
He plays Christian Grey.
Yeah.
They didn't even change the name for the parody.
Yeah. 100%. And they come in full of sex stuff. Oh, look, I'm sex and sex and sex. And then Mike Tyson shows up, and he's like, "Thanks for helping me with that thing." You know.
Hey, thanks for punching my prostrate.
Yeah, thanks for punching my prostrate, which is a real word. So, like, I don't know what I'm supposed to think about that scene.
Mainly because I don't know what that real word means.
Well, the real words means like laying down in a vulnerable position. So thanks for punching me in my laying down vulnerable position. Like, actually, that still sounds like sex. Like, I don't know how to handle that. So, all right, let's try again. Another dream. Okay, actual Inception parody with the wife and the kids from the dream in the Inception movie they have.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay, great. Maybe we should try again. I don't understand why it's not working. Well, why don't we actually use the girl whose dreams we're trying to... Okay, fine, let's see. Oh, look, there's a cabin in the woods. We gotta go back to that cabin in the woods. Let's go there. Okay, we'll go there. Then the dog uses the Inception machine and has a poodle orgy. All right. I have talked about this before. It is gross and racist to force our version of sexualization onto a dog. We have no idea how that dog feels about its own sexuality or the culture within its society, and we have no right to tell it that poodles are the height of beauty. It's not okay. Maybe Afghans are what's sexy in the dog world. Afghan poodles with the long hair and all that shit. Maybe those are the ones that are fucking hot. You don't know.
Who are we?
Yeah, that's what I'm... Don't force your version of sexualization onto other people.
Also,
all right?
the dog isn't even getting paid. You're just paying the dog's owner.
For what?
For the acting. It's not like the dog gets a paycheck.
Yeah, how's the dog going to take the subway to its next acting job? We still have a slave pet system going on.
Yeah?
Yes, we do.
Yes, that is correct.
100%, yeah. So it's nighttime, and we are Jody is FaceTiming with Kendra, and Mama shows up. The automated door, like, door open. I don't know why this suddenly happens, but it happens. I feel like it's in a movie or something.
Yeah. Whatever this FaceTime is a parody of. There was a movie.
I think it's the first Scary Movie because there's some sort of automatic voice messaging thing in one of the other Scary Movies where it's like da-da-da, and Brenda from like the first movie, she's like, "All right, you can shut up," and the animated voice is like, "All right, bitch," and she's like, "No, you did," and catches an attitude with the automated voice thing and all that shit, and that's what happens here where it's like door open. She's like, "Shut up," she's like, "All right, bitch, calm down," and she's like, "Oh, no, you didn't," and then it's just like, oh my god, like that you've given us that joke before.
Yeah. We saw it 4 Scary Movies ago.
Yeah, exactly. If that, maybe less. So, yeah, oh my god, the door's open, Mama's gonna come in, oh, there it is, hit it, oh no, it's Caesar. Alright, so, Dan's taping him up, I'm sorry, okay, we're gonna have to go to the cabin in the woods. Kendra shows up, sees her again. Oh my god, I'm sorry, let's bandage you up again. Let's go to the cabin in the woods. Dan calls for nannies, but they're escorts. All right, so now Dan, even though...
Did they have the Santa joke in your version?
Yeah, the Santa joke where his ass was all out.
Where he's like, what? I called Santa for Christmas. And then Santa immediately shows up.
Yeah, because apparently in this film, it's also Christmas.
You couldn't just let the joke stay at, oh, I called them for Santa. Like,
yeah, like, that's going to be weird later on. No, it's weird right now. Also, Santa has no pants on. Like,
yeah, how funny is it to you if you have to imagine the joke? Come on.
That's this whole movie.
Yeah, pretty much.
What if you have to think about it? How can it be funny? How can it possibly be funny if you have to think about it? Dan, even though he was unreliable to the point where he called escorts instead of babysitters, no, you get to be responsible for the kids. You stay here and watch the kids. So, even though they were like, we should go to the cabin to find all that shit, they go to a club next.
Yep. Let's do something different from what we said.
Yeah, and also have this ecstasy. Let's take ecstasy. Oh, right! The Black Swan subplot. I forgot about that.
You gotta squeeze that back in.
Okay, cool. Also, jump to, though, at the house. Dan finds a box in the hallway. What is that? That's weird. I can't believe it. It's Honey Boo Boo, child. That'll make you holla. But it's just a dream. And I go, wait, why is it a dream? How is it? His wife's at a club, and he's asleep.
Yep.
Like, I don't
watching the kids.
Why,
He's asleep. Fake Leonardo DiCaprio is gone, so there's no Inception dream machine.
Yeah, like, where we are in this film makes no sense right now. Then we go back to the club. Everybody's still drugging and bugging. Kendra shoves her fingers inside Jody's face and mouth, like in a sexy way.
Oh, yeah.
And then they go home and have sex to a very fake Katy Perry song. While they do, like, this Scooby-Doo gag with their vag, where, like, who's going to come out the door this time? And every time somebody comes out, like, pops her because they do, like, a first-person shot of Jody getting eaten out.
Yeah.
And every time someone pops their head out from under the legs, it's like, oh, it's me, Kendra. Now it's a bunch of, I don't know, dogs or something like that. Now it's Tiger Woods.
Kendra and Jody. It's like, what?
Yeah.
Tiger Woods and the most interesting man in the world, who, like, the joke with that was like, well, I don't always go downtown, but when I do, I have a beer first.
So, yeah, they do that a bunch. And then they just stop doing that joke and cut to, like, visual jokes, like two scissors going into each other's scissors, then two tacos, a woman eating a rug, two train tunnels smashing into each other,
two hot dog buns rubbing against each other.
All right, I guess not really. We jump to ballet class, and Jody wakes up late, and she gets there, and Kendra is already the new Black Swan and making out with the director. And Jody's like, I can't believe you took off early after us having sex, and everyone does a spit take, and then she leaves. And Jody goes home, and she looks at the security footage on all the cameras, and Mama appears on, like, one of the cameras. And, well, actually, I should say that Kendra shows up. She's like, oh, it was me. We did have sex. I just can't let everybody know what happened. Because of that happened, and all that stuff. And then they're looking at the security camera, and then Mama shows up, and Wendy, because apparently that's what I think Kendra's name at this point in the film, Wendy throws the laptop
Wendy Williams.
Yeah, sure, why not? She throws the laptop, and then the next scene they're looking at it again. And they watch her bang a microwave and a plate and a plant and all that stuff. And then they go to look for something on the internet, like, oh, what about that lady? And they can only find porn. Oh, well, okay, next. And then we get to the scene where I go, oh my God, no money left, huh? Where they have an RC car to take us to the next scene. That's the driving of the next scene.
I was trying to figure this scene out. I was like, is this, like, a gag? Or, like, I didn't know.
No money.
It must have just been no money. Right?
Had to have been.
Because I was even thinking, like, this goes right into the Evil Dead parody.
Yes. Where we go to not the cabin in the woods that they were originally found in, a different cabin in the woods, that somehow also relates to the first Cabin in the Woods.
Well, this one has the evil book.
Yeah.
The Evil Dead evil book.
That's is Mama just walking around building cabins? Like, is she fucking a wood Amish? Like, raise a new barn every couple of days and live in it? And
Is she a wood Amish?
yeah.
No, she is a stone Amish.
Oh, okay. So, at the cabin, what I presume, as well as the two guys that were watching it with me, are Mormons let Kendra and Jody into the cabin.
Yeah.
Yeah, pretty much. And they, in the basement, they find the book. I don't know who the white guy is. I did not recognize him at all. But the black guy was Shad Moss, a.k.a. Lil Bow Wow.
What?
One of the girls, the brown-haired girl, was Katrina Bowden, the blonde-haired girl was Katrina Bowden, who plays Siri on 30 Rock, the young, hot intern.
Oh,
The
what?
blonde,
Yeah.
And then the brunette was Sarah Hyland, who plays the daughter, or one of the daughters, on Modern Family.
Wow.
Yeah. So that's why, if you thought this scene was, like, well acted, that's because everybody in it was an actual actor.
Yeah.
That people have heard. Yeah, they're established people who have skill. Which is what I feel about most of this film is, anytime I go, that wasn't so bad, it's because somebody in the movie or in that scene was an actor.
Yeah.
Who knew what they were doing. So Jody and Kendra are in the basement. They open the book. They read it. They read the curse words. And the Mormon kids upstairs start massacring themselves.
They get possessed.
They cut themselves up. They
Evil
turn
Dead.
colors. And Evil Dead shit. Jody says the stop words, and the Mormons go back to normal. And they're like, oh my god, what do we do? Why? Because they're still all cut up and shit. But they're
missing
just
my arm.
humans. Yeah, I cut off my own leg and shit. And they say it again, and they say the stop word and the start words and the stop word and start. And just blood and crazy and all that stuff over and over again. And they go, all right, nothing's happening. All right, let's leave. Let's go out the back door so nobody sees us still. And they leave.
And then clearly in a perfect bit of editing done wrong, when they do that whole, back and forth between the kids going evil or not, the white kid, has has a saw and is cutting his own limbs off and everybody else's limbs. Like they show at one scene that he's on the couch with no limbs. But then the next scene when they say, the words again, he's standing up with the saw. It's just like, really? You had no limbs a second ago?
It's not even like this movie isn't even...
Look, the Dark Lord works in mysterious ways.
Giveth and he taketh away.
Like, you read the words, he giveth.
Yeah.
You read those other words, he just taketh
Mostly
away.
he giveth so he can taketh away later.
Yeah.
It's part of the give and take program.
He's really more focused on the taketh away.
Yeah.
But sometimes he does giveth.
It's because you have to haveth for him to take it. So he has to giveth for you to haveth. And thus he can taketh awayeth.
Sometimes the Dark Lord just kills your family and destroys your farm just to mess with you.
But he did give you the family and farm.
Yeah. Oh, wait, that's just regular God in the Bible.
Oh, yeah.
Ugh.
We have been fucking up for a long time, huh? So, yeah, you know what? That makes sense. All those years, people were worshiping Jesus, all that shit, everything was fine. Now that we stopped, he's angry as fuck. What do you mean you're not giving me power? I'm gonna fuck you guys up.
Oh, my.
President Rapist.
President Rapist.
Go. Deal with that shit. So we go back to the house, and Jody tells Dan everything that happened, and fake Freeman voiceovers that Caesar's smart enough to figure it all out. I guess, kinda. Because then he just walks into a room and sees a baby floating and goes, oh! Like, so I don't know if he figured it out or was just in the right place at the right time.
He was just a monkey wandering around.
Yeah. So he kind of fights Mama and saves the baby, and then he takes it to Jody, and Jody freaks out. She's like, oh, where do you have the baby? And hits Caesar, and they take Caesar away, and then right at the end, Caesar figures out he could talk, and the guy taking him away in the van is a monkey in disguise. Because I guess they took over a small subsection of society and made latex rubber costumes.
And also, that monkey's a Matt Damon fan.
Yeah. I mean, who wouldn't be? But
yeah, I mean, look.
He's a fucking quality actor.
Yeah.
But that's not the point. So, yeah, that's it. Caesar's gone. They took him away. Or they didn't really... he escaped. I don't really know how to classify that.
Yeah.
Dan and Jody watch the tape of what just happened, but they miss all the important shit, like, Caesar saving everybody from Mama.
Yeah.
Then we have a weird love montage because Jody thinks, oh my god, am I really starting to like these kids? And she has like a Nat King Cole, oh, these kids are great. I think I love them. Who'd have thought? Oh, the kids. Now I'm a mom.
Now I'm a mom.
Nat King Cole. Now I'm a mom.
I remember that sitcom. It was weird, man. They used to play at the real late hours on Nick at Night.
Mama King Cole.
Yeah.
Oh shit, that was good TV back in the day.
It was just Nat King Cole in drag, drunk, walking around the set yelling. But it worked. Come back and listen to Mama.
You damn kids better get to school. You're gonna see streams of green and red roses too and all that.
That was Louis Armstrong.
I'm drunk. I don't even know what songs I sing, man. That's why I'm drunk. I forget my own library. I forgot I play instruments. I don't sing. Shabba doo doo. That's me, all right. Good old Nat King Cole. Ski bop. So, after the montage, Jody figures out the whole cliff thing, and, the mama's gonna take the kids and throw them off the cliff. Kids, we gotta get out of here. But then Mama appears and, does the robot and a bunch of weird dances and ties herself up in a pretzel.
Yeah.
And they're like, all right, well, then let's get out of here. See?
Okay, goodbye.
But, they beat her up. And then Dan... well, not they beat her. Sorry, Mama beats Jody up. And then Dan walks in, and they're like, oh, what happened? And they're like, all right, you kid who talks like a dog, you explain first. And she's like, And then Dan gets attacked by, well, I want to say Mama, but by hair. Actual hair.
Like, just her hair comes off and attacks her.
Apparently, Skylar had seen Mama, and he was like, that really happened in Mama.
I saw Mama, too.
Yeah.
But I don't remember much of it.
No, he said that, the film Mama, it was a pretty okay horror film.
Yeah.
Until the end when Mama turned into hair and started attacking things. And, it just got really... they gave her powers that were just unbelievable and just made you laugh.
She turned into a wig!
What, they steal from Simpsons Treehouse of Horror?
Yeah,
Yeah,
Simpsons did it.
apparently.
Yeah, absolutely. So, later on, after Dan gets...
Snake's hair.
Yeah.
What happened?
When Homer got Snake's
Snake's
hair.
Yeah, well, not the same thing, but yeah, sure.
No,
Okay.
it's pretty close.
It's not. This isn't a haunted wig movie. It's not really.
It might be. Well, what gives Mama the powers?
Okay, sure. Yeah, maybe wigs.
Oh, the Dark Lord.
Oh, right.
Yeah.
I always forget about that son of a bitch. He's so good at what he does. So later on, Maria wakes up Dan, and he's like, what are you doing here? And he's like, oh, I wanted to give you a present or something. I forget why. She's like, oh, I felt bad about the fight, so I made you this pie, and it's a shit pie.
Yeah.
That's a joke from, The Help or something like that.
Oh.
Because they treat the Help bad, and then she's like, here's the pie, ma'am, and she eats the pie. And he's like, it was full of my shit.
Oh.
Yeah, now I'm free. See you later. I guess
That's gross.
Yeah, well, they treated her like shit throughout the whole film, so you treat me like shit, you eat shit. I don't know if that was the message they were trying to send.
Like, that was her punchline at the end.
But you treat me like shit, then you might as well eat shit.
Man, after Red Fox died, Samson has got real weird.
Fucking dark. So yeah, Maria's like, eat this shit pie. No, you don't want to eat that? How about this shit hot dog? No? What about this shit banana? Which I was like, that's actually just impressive.
Yeah,
I mean,
I'm impressed you were able to do that.
How'd you pull that shit
like,
off?
how'd you make it peel?
Oh,
The
you
bottom.
cut open the bottom, put it in, and then just didn't show me that part.
Yeah,
With your fist.
alright.
Fucking Hollywood.
Yeah.
Can't even grow shit bananas anymore. So fake Freeman takes us to the Mama Cliff with the kids who are about to jump, and Jody and Mama try to get Lily, like, no, come to me, because she's like a dog. No, look, I have treats and toys and a TV and an HD TV. And Jody's like, you know what? No. she's not a dog. She's a beautiful little girl, and she needs to come home. And Lily's like, oh, okay, yeah, well, I love you. Yeah, we all love you. Oh. And then Jody's like, well, now I have the book. I just have to find the right words, and I don't know what they are. And chucks the book at her, and Mama falls off a cliff and lands in a pool. And, oh, it's a pool on a boat. Whose boat? Snoop Dogg's boat. There's a shark in the pool, so Mama gets eaten by a shark. Snoop Dogg and Fred are like, I told you it was going to come in handy. And I was like, oh, my God, no, really? Really? We go to ballet class, and Jody's about to be the Black Swan, but she's like, you know what? I really thought about it, and you should be the Black Swan. Because when it comes down, all right, bye, see you. Pew! She goes and be the Black Swan. Same joke. Hardcore thumping bass music plays over everything as booty rump shaking and pole dancing.
Because...
Yeah,
it's Black Swan,
but it's like you know, like Black Swan, yo. it's like if this wasn't 2013, it would have been N-word Swan, like like basically. So everyone's like, oh, the music plays, and as everyone in the film who's still alive anyway watches the ballet happen, like, oh, look at that, and she did it, yay! And then Kendra runs through the crowd and celebrates. I did it! I was the Black Swan! Yeah! USA! USA! And starts celebrating with football fans and stuff like that.
Yeah,
and I was like, this took a weird turn. Like, not even a good weird turn. Like, a confusing weird turn. And then fake Morgan Freeman, tells us that, oh, they celebrate while they can because monkeys should have taken over the world. See you later, everybody. It's really me. Season of Monkey was fake Freeman the whole time. Goodbye, yeah. And then we get bloopers, which it's just like, whatever.
It's Molly Shannon being Molly Shannon, and Ashley Tisdale can't just fucking get through a scene.
And then also, like, what's her name? Heather Locklear fell over. Like, that was a blooper. Like, it wasn't even like, haha, like, she fell over, and people were like, oh my God, are you hurt? Holy shit!
Oh, fuck, we forgot you were this old.
Oh my God, $90 million down the drain!
She fell, and they were like, quick, now's the chance! Schwing, schwing!
Kill me! After the bloopers, we get, I don't know if you guys saw this, because after bloopers, there's a post-credit scene where the Inception man has successfully, like, implanted the idea into Lindsay Lohan's brain for Charlie Sheen, and she's gonna come over, and he's like, oh, thanks, cool, and she drives right into his living room, or into his bedroom, which, let's be honest, would probably have been on a second story.
Yeah. But
she drives the car right into the room, and she gets out, and she goes, you were driving, and throws the keys to fake Leo. Like, I presume that's what the credit music sound like. That's like, of course, like... Yeah, that was the hour and 13-minute film.
Oh, my God.
That, oh, dude, felt so much longer than that every time I watched it. Like, I don't know how much you can beat the shit out of a dead horse, but I'm going to go ahead and let you guys know that in 2011, there were things like Charlie Sheen having a meltdown, Harry Potter ending, the Bridesmaids film, which was like women are fucking great in film all of a sudden. Or again, or whatever. I don't know how that works.
Yeah.
Game of Thrones was thriving. Planet of the Apes happens, which they did. Jack and Jill, which is like the worst movie in history.
Yeah.
The Golden Voice Homeless Guy.
Oh, yeah.
Don't Ask, Don't Tell was repealed. iPhone 4 got released 9 days after Steve Jobs died. Also, Steve Jobs died.
Oh, my God.
Richard Branson opens up a commercial spaceport.
We still haven't had any commercial spaceports.
I know. The YouTube song Friday by Rebecca Black. That song happened. Remember that song?
Yeah.
Friday. Yeah. Taylor Swift was big. Katy Perry was big. Lady Gaga was big. Adele was big.
So old.
Rihanna was big. Like, and when I say they were big, I mean all those people had top 10s on like, for the year. They had the death of Bin Laden happened.
Oh yeah.
Right? That's just 2011. Oh, no, sorry. That's just 2011 things that happened. The horror movies that happened in 2011 could have been Final Destination 5, Scream 4, The Thing remake, Human Centipede 2, Red State, Attack the Block, Quarantine 2, Hellraiser Revelations, Super 8, Hostel 3, and Cabin in the Woods, which they did. But of all those things I just listed, they did 3. For 2011. 2012 was when Lindsay Lohan became popular. So you had her. Okay, so fine. So 2012 had the presidential election, Olympics jokes. You could have done the royal baby, and the year before was the royal marriage, so you could have done that. The Mayan calendar and the end of the world, all that shit. Hurricane Sandy, the Avengers becoming big, The Amazing Spider-Man, The Hobbit, The Dark Knight Rises, Hunger Games, Twilight, Les Miserables, Lincoln, like, oh, really? It was a good year for film. Girls, the HBO Girls, Tom and Kate breakup, all, like, there were, like, something like 30-something celebrity deaths. I don't know, something like that. The rise of gun violence really took over at that point in history. Clint Eastwood talking to a chair. Ryan Lochte, remember the
swimmer?
The swimmer who just lied about everything, and it turns out, like, as dumb as he looked and sounded, turns out he was dumber.
He was dumber, yeah.
The phrase YOLO, Windows 8, Instagram, and then songs like Call Me Maybe or Gundam Style.
Hey.
Then also we had horror movies like Silent Night remake, Paranorman, Frankenweenie, which were kids films, but still horror films. The Tall Man, Resident Evil movies. Two Resident Evil movies. One was anime, one was another Resident Evil film. Abraham Lincoln Vampire Hunter, House at the End of the Street, VHS, and other movies where the horror scheme was something happened with a VHS tape.
Yeah.
And then in 2013, I only wrote down the horror movies that they could have, which was Texas Chainsaw 3D, Warm Bodies, and Last Exorcism Part 2. All those things they could have made fun of, they didn't touch on. For the love of God, they could have done a film, Daniel Day-Lewis Lincoln, and Abraham Lincoln Vampire. They should have tried to do something with that. If you're parodying horror films and pop culture, like, it's just awful that it's just.
I mean, at this point, the parody films have gotten to the point where it was like Meet the Spartans and like superhero movie where they were just doing anything, any cheap cash in on whatever was relevant, just whatever we could reference at the time.
Yeah,
this was like
it became the horror movies of our time, because back in the day, like in the 80s and 90s, or mostly the 90s.
You just had horror movies.
You just had horror. New actor, new actors, new talent, new writer, new director, new just boom, 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 boom. Because they were so easy to make and so easy to write, and nobody gave a fuck. And now we have these shitty-ass parody movies, and it's all done in post. Like, you get, like, 8 people, make them act for, like, 2 hours, and you go, done. We'll just edit around that. I mean, let's just go right to why would you make this? And I just want to let you know that because Scary Movie 3 and 4 are the 7th and 6th, or excuse me, 6th and 7th, 3 and 4 are the 6th and 7th highest grossing horror comedy films ever.
Wow.
About $100 million each, with Ghostbusters being number 1.
All right.
Also, they are the 4th and 5th highest grossing comedy spoof films of all time, with Austin Powers, Goldmember, being number 1, which is Austin Powers 3, and Austin Powers, The Spy Who Shagged Me, being number 2, which is Austin Powers 2. And then Scary Movie 3 is actually...
Wow, Scary Movie 3 was the biggest, huh?
Oh, wait, no.
What?
I got that backwards. I'm so sorry. I got that way backwards. Austin Powers 3 was number 1. And then Scary Movie 1 is number 3. Scary Movie 1 is the 3rd highest grossing.
Oh, okay.
Comedy spoof film of all
Got
time.
it.
So that, I mean, why make scary movies? Because... 3rd highest grossing ever, and it just went down from there. And the lowest they got recently was still the 7th highest grossing, $100 million. So why make a 5th one? Because that shit makes money. Yeah.
Fuck you, you're going to pay for it.
So look, this is what I want to talk about. The writers. The writers are David Zucker.
Okay.
Who wrote things like Airplane, Police Squad, all the Naked Gun films, Top Secret, Basketball.
Wow.
And then Pat Proft, who wrote things with David Zucker, but also wrote things like Police Academy, Bachelor Party, Real Genius, Hot Shots, and then all the Naked Gun films. They wrote this. Like, so it's just so weird to be like, dude, what the hell happened? Zucker himself claimed that the film was released, had a 3-year wait because they wanted him to direct. But he was like, nah, I'll be a writer. Fine. Eventually they worked him into like, all right, I'll be a writer.
Yeah.
And they hired this guy called Malcolm D. Lee because he directed Soul Men, which is by the same studio. So
Okay.
like, well, you did a film for us, so let's
Yeah.
do this one too. This is the part where it fucks up, apparently, is initially the script was written by Stephen Left, John Abud, and Michael Colton. Mm-hmm. And they were like, here you go. And then David Zucker took it, rewrote it with the director, Lee, and then rewrote it again with Pat Proft. So it's a film written by other guys, rewritten twice by different people than those original writers. Like, it's...
Yeah.
I mean, that happens. It happens all the time where somebody writes a film and they go, oh, well, we'll take it from here. And,
I mean, to me, this sounds like this is an easy fucking paycheck.
yeah.
Right? Let's just, like, whatever.
Well, another problem with it is that they did a lot of reshoots and edits and stuff like that, like February of 2013. And this movie came out in, like, April,
Yeah.
so Jesus
Wow.
Christ. Again, Ashley Tisdale said that it was all a bunch of reshoots, and ADR sessions were like 60% of the final cut. Director didn't have anything to do with editing because he was filming another film at the time.
Of course.
And he
was.
didn't show up for the premiere either.
Oh, my God.
The Evil Dead remake spoof thing
Yeah.
was based off of the trailers because the film like wasn't even out yet.
Oh, my God.
Also, the 50 Shades of Grey like parody with Christian
It
Grey.
wasn't even...
That film doesn't come out for another 2 years. Like, it comes out in
Yeah.
2015.
This was just... The book was hot, so...
Yeah, and they were like, I'm Christian Grey. Sex stuff, done. Because I'm not going to read the book. I don't know what happens in it. Oh, it's about a lot of forced consent and trick and stuff like that? No, I'm not going to read the fucking book.
Yeah.
No, none of that. Yeah. As for, like, actor, like, Anna Faris was pregnant, and the other people were like, nah, I'm done with that. Like,
Was
I
it
don't-
like... That was the reason? Like, if
Anna Faris didn't come back?
Anna Faris wasn't pregnant, she'd have been like,
I can't imagine she would have, but maybe. Maybe
yeah.
she would have. Who knows?
I mean, she came back... She was in the other four, so...
Yeah, they probably. I mean, a lot of people presume it would have been better if she was in
Yeah.
it, and then Marlon Wayans said that he was asked to come back because he was the one that originally wrote Scary Movie with his brothers, Marlon and Sean. Or excuse me, Keenan and Sean.
Yeah.
But he said that he didn't want to return and instead went on to make his own horror movie spoof thing, Haunted House,
I'll just do the same thing. but
which
on my
came
own.
out the same year as Scary Movie 5.
Oh, shit.
Yeah.
Which makes me wonder who pitched who the idea and who stole the idea.
Well, I don't know how different, whatever it was, Haunted House is,
Right.
but...
Well, I just mean in the sense because I've seen a little bit of Haunted House and it's like it does follow the same like paranormal activity thing too, where it's just like,
does it?
oh yeah, here we just moved into a house and here's a whole bunch of cameras in the house showing the crazy stuff happening while we're sleeping.
It could have been they asked him to do it, and he was like, "No, I can get a better deal out of that without them
Yeah.
bringing me down. I can do my own shit."
I just know in the Haunted House, Cedric the Entertainer is the Cat Williams. He plays the, like, priest guy.
okay.
Yeah, that's the second one, I believe.
He's not in the first one?
No.
All right. So yeah. Oh, and then finally, all I have left is originally it was supposed to be Scream 4 spoof, but apparently the subject matter didn't do well. Scream 4 didn't do well in theaters. They were like, "Nah, let's rewrite that." Which doesn't make any sense because Mama only get like a 60% or something like a 50%. Like it wasn't a great film. So I don't.
See, and that would have been good to go back to like the original Scream setup, where because
it might have been interesting.
I mean,
at
Scary
least.
Movie
Yeah.
setup, and you can then kill off Anna Faris's character and not necessarily need her.
Yeah.
Ugh.
I don't know. All right. So yeah, let's have some fun now. Could you guys make a sequel? Did you guys write anything? Because I didn't tell you. Even though we've been doing this for
No,
fucking
it was
109
just,
episodes.
I have a vague idea. Scary Movie 6, which is a parody of whatever pop culture and scary movies are out at the time that Scary Movie 6 is released.
$1 million trillion! Whee! Is that really your sequel? You're done. That's it. You're like that's about that's all it warrants. Okay, what do you got, Money?
I don't have anything either. Like I tried to think of a sequel,
Yeah,
but like I really couldn't think of anything because I was just like,
Delta
what?
falling out of the chair with laughter.
Because the way I said, I'm like, there's like how Delta mentioned before, there's like 20 different parody movies
Yeah.
now out. So, what are you going to parody that probably wasn't already done in another movie already?
What if you make a parody of the horror, like the fucked up scary movies, by just doing a straight comedy, like doing a straight horror movie? That's the parody. You call it Scary Movie 6, and there's just no comedy. It's just all horror.
Sure, why not? It's just crazy enough to work.
Yeah.
My sequel was Snoop Dogg and his friend's boat gets attacked by an octopus on cocaine. Also, there's cyclones. They call it octocane. So yeah, that's let's do some opinions and assholes. What do you guys?
What?
Right? It's been so long. So this one is titled "Please Make a Sequel" by Dana 2000. Love this movie. Scary Movie 1 and 2 were not great, but 3 and 5 are hilarious. I'm not an Ashley Tisdale fan, but missed Anna Faris. Oh, excuse me, not Ashley, and missed Anna Faris. But Ashley did a damn good job. I love this series. We need more silly humor in our stressed lives. Please continue with Scary Movie 6. 5 out of 5 stars.
Asshole. I
Asshole.
feel like she wrote it herself. Like, yeah, no, I don't like this person, but that Ashley Tisdale really got you going.
Ashley Tisdale wrote that. Okay.
I mean, I'm not an Ashley Tisdale fan, but I was blown away by her performance.
All right, so we're going to give it an A for Ashley Tisdale.
Yeah.
That's how that works. All right, this next one is written by Jay. It's called Retarded Good Fun. As long as you're not expecting to do much other than at stupid jokes, you'll enjoy this outing. I guess you missed the fucking word there. It's fun to watch.
He missed the laughter,
Yeah.
which so did we.
Yeah, of course, yeah. It's fun to watch with friends and then try to figure out which movie they're satirizing.
Really? That was the game?
Oh, and get a shark. You never know when you're going to need a shark. 5 out of 5 stars. Fucking, what a fucking loopy it's so fun when you watch a movie and you go, what's that? I don't know. Is it this thing? Could be that thing. Ah, it's crazy.
I'm going to give him a C if you're confused.
Couldn't see if you're confused. Okay.
Yeah.
But that's exactly what he is, sure. He doesn't even know what you're supposed to the joke's at.
What's the comedy movie about? Oh, I know, figuring things out.
Yeah, it's like a mystery. Comedy. Yeah. It's like the comedy tragedy face. It's a comedy mystery face.
Yeah.
It's a question mark. It's no face. This next one is called Cool by Monica Sweetwood. I think it was very funny, even though most of the humor involved is not what I would normally call funny. 5 out of 5 stars. Insane? Like what?
Seriously.
Yeah, that's... Thought it was funny, but it's not what I would call funny.
Like if I had to classify what that thing was, it'd probably be a giraffe, even though normally I wouldn't call giraffes that thing. So it's like...
G for giraffe.
G for giraffe. Good job, guy. It was actually a lady. This next one is written by Guy. And it's titled Absolutely Horrible. Jokes are lousy at best. I can't believe David Zucker attached his name to this piece of crap. You know it is a bad movie when the 2 best jokes come from Snoop Dogg. 1 out of 5 stars.
Ooh, I was with him until that last part.
Oh, fucking lost me at the end. Especially because I didn't know Snoop Dogg said 2 jokes.
Yeah.
I just L for lost.
Lost me.
It lost me at the M.
So we got ACGL.
Okay, that's probably like a weird rights activist company or something. The old ACGL keeping us down.
Find out what we spell in our latest game of O's and A's.
O's and A's, spelled acalagalaga. How dare you? Just let me talk for 10 minutes about being wrong. Now I gotta figure out a way to fucking edit all that out.
But look, man, at least we got acalakalaka.
Sure, yeah. Oh, now we all gotta walk the dinosaur. Akalaka boom boom. Oh my god, fucking whatever. The next episode is Haunted House 2. with Cedric the Entertainer, Jamie Presley, and Marlon Wayans.
Is she related to Elvis Presley?
Sure.
No.
No, I'm pretty sure that... actually, I don't know. I can't even... One way or the other, I can't say. You've been advertising this for like 4 months now. So do you want to tell them about the VPW show that's going to happen on August 28th and how there's going to be a fan costume?
October 28th,
Contest.
fan costumes, contest, costume rumble. Be there, $15. You pay money, watch wrestle.
Do you know anyone that's going to be there or thing that's going to happen yet besides the costume contest?
No.
It is, what, a week away or something like that?
Yeah, I mean, I'll be there. Fighter Cat, I think.
That's enough for a show.
That's
Yeah.
fine. You said the important person already.
Yeah. 2 guys. I guess I gotta figure out a costume. Man.
Yeah, is that the rule?
Yeah, and like I got texted like a month ago. So they were like putting you on notice, costume rumble, and I was like,
Oh, jeez. Just be a carrot.
well, I still have my hot dog costume.
Oh.
I'll see if Amazon's got a cheap carrot costume. I'll just be a carrot.
Like, you guys suck. Because I don't know anything about being a wrestler anymore. Is that a hate crime? Telling them they suck?
I don't know. I'll just talk about vegetables. I'll be like, carrots are great. They're healthy.
Your mother's a
That's-
vegetable.
Your mother's a vegetable. After she got into that really bad car accident, you should just pull the plug.
With that potato truck. Whatever. So, victoryprowrestling.com.
That same show that we've been advertising.
Yeah. WWYMT.com. Links to YouTube's episodes for free. Subscribe to us on iTunes or Google Play or on our social media accounts, because like you're not a person unless you have a lot of followers. So we're not people if like you don't tell your friends and family to follow us and shit.
Yeah, what was that Supreme Court ruling that
We the people versus like followers.
Yeah, that one.
That was it. Almost forgot it. Remembered it the last
Yeah.
second. Yeah, www.ymt.com. Links to our YouTubes where we have great, hilarious videos, like jokes about stuff.
Such rousing comedy masterpieces, such as jokes about stuff.
Yo!
And
Dude, your butt is going to laugh
comedy about things.
off of somewhere. The couch? Maybe. I don't know. It's you anytime you do it. Click it, and it'll work. So, thanks for listening.
What song's taking us out?
Why? Didn't we sing like 4 songs during this episode? Like, what? Do you remember any of the lyrics to that really bad song that you were talking about during the credits?
No, I have no idea.
Okay, good. You'll sing that.
All right.
It's probably not going to happen. So for Danny Money and J Delta. Oh, I didn't do any of that. I'm Time Commander at Twitter. You're
At DJ Delta.
And then
At WWYMT.
WWYMT. Falling If You're Loved by Kill Paris is the intro music. So for Danny Money and J Delta, I'm Jimmy Time. Please remember that without the mistakes of others, we'd be forced to endure the pain of failure ourselves. Support the arts. The preceding recording is for entertainment purposes only, and the views expressed in this podcast do not necessarily represent the views of Why Would You Make This, its owners, employees, or associates.